YouTube. Eh, Good morning to the late nighters, or good evening to the late nighters, and good morning to the early morning getting uppers. that's, that's the best way to say it. Morning to both of you. How we doing this morning? You know, too blessed to be stressed, or one of those good old fashioned sayings. Uh, Starting the morning out. Actually, I broke a record. I'm actually 5 minutes after my 10 hours. I actually got up and was getting around and working and get ready. Because what I'm trying to do is get home a day early, so at least I can spend the day with my not the day but the night with the missus, and then I am heading off to California. It's a living, but it is what it is. And sorry, starting off mumbling. I haven't had my coffee yet, and probably not gonna have it this morning. So I got me a monster drink. They're not healthy, but we got to start off with something. You know what I mean? Um, I was thinking about something last night when someone had mentioned about uh, a guy in my on my Facebook. He's actually training. Uh, he's training an individual in the truck, and he was complaining. He said, "Man, if this guy farts one more time, you know, he's gonna put him out the truck." And I was kind of, good morning, good morning, Odom's Homestead. How you doing, buddy? Um, he was complaining that if this guy farts one more time, you know, that he's gonna put him out the truck. I was gonna hit the stinky booty confessions, but the way I got it set up, I just leave it like it is. But he and good morning, welcome in. And I was reminded of something that I didn't realize. I I realized later on of how unhealthy I was actually eating, and because I was kind of embarrassed, before I even started driving the truck, about uh, I was hitting about good 340, and I was eating whatever I wanted to, whatever I could afford. Let's say it that way. Um, and why am I trying to pull off when I'm not even, you know, this is what we do. Let's do this. I'm gonna get up in the pull up into the fuel island so I can get out of here real quick so I don't get stuck. But what I was saying was that I was embarrassed because I ha- I had a lot of gas. When I say a lot of gas, I had a lot of gas, and mostly at night. And I someone on one of the lives last night I was watching. He said you fart so bad that you wake up and think there's an intruder. It was like that, you know. It was bad. Hold up, I got now I can do it. Now I can do it. Let's see here. Uh-uh. And what 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 was going on was I had got professional at farting. It would happen so much and so often that the embarrassment was it was way past the point of embarrassment. It was You know when you're in at the supermarket and you're in the aisle and there's only two people in the aisle and you're looking for something and you know you can't hold it and you drop that silent bomb and you're like, oh my God. And then you see the other person make the face like, what the heck is that smell? And you're sitting there like, uh, you're sitting there like, and you don't make a face. You actually got a stone cold face. Like, what are you talking about? I don't smell nothing, and just keep on walking. Oh my God, that was me. And I didn't know about these what the leaky gut syndrome. I don't know what the heck that is, but it just came to mind. But I didn't realize how bad my gut was. Um, it was even years before that. I had what they call it's called diverticulitis when part of your intestine actually um, collapses and like a little corner of your intestines, the food will get stuck there and it'll rot and then actually you know uh, eat away at your intestines. And it that's what had happened to me, and it ate away at my intestines and then started at my bladder. And I remember, when we stand up to go to the bathroom, to do a number one, air was coming out. So these are the things that I went through. That's why I got a bit, I had to have an operation to get um part of my lower intestines removed. And none of the doctors explain. I'm supposed to, so every once in a while, but I'm gonna start doing it even more. I'm supposed to take fiber and fiber pills to keep stuff moving, so that doesn't happen again. But that fiber also helps the get that gaseous stuff out of you, and in taking the right pills. And I just went inside and got me some vitamin C pills, which you know I, to keep stuff moving. You know what I'm saying? That's why what you guys don't understand is when you don't you're kind of hitting different people in different ways. Like say for example, and I'm like, well, you know what? I need to start. You know, I was eating healthy. Then I got to how when you lose weight and you hit that goal, and then you think you're super N word and you could do anything and eat everything, and that's where I'm at right now. And then I done gained a lot of the weight back. I'm feeling sluggish. I'm not happy, and that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop being like, you know, uh, I'm not showing nothing. I'm not showing myself, but I'm just telling y'all that you guys are rubbing off on me. I have that ability with something that when I start saying positive stuff, I'm like, man, I gotta start planting something. That's why I like, you know, this this daggone thing. I'm looking at my little set of pods in here on the passenger seat. I am gonna film as soon as I see one little green thing come up out of that sucker. It's gonna be on and popping. Yeah, I, I just read what you said, Mike. Mike, I sounded like a deflated uh not a bicycle pump, but an inner tube. Yeah, and what we don't realize with all that with all that processed food, how it's so bad that a lot of this processed food it literally eats away at your body. And you're like, well, I'm not. This is my excuse when I want to cheat or eat something I shouldn't be eating. Well, I ain't drinking. I should be at eating. That's my go-to excuse. Give me 1 second for this garbage out. see, 5174. That's my go-to excuse. I gotta do my pre-trip stuff. And hold on one second. Let me just do this so I can get the heck out of Dodge when it's time to go. Pre-trip. 104 175 trailer 1784. Sorry about this, guys. But I gotta do this every. I gotta do this every day. It's the law. But what I'm saying is, it. My go-to for the excuse to um eat something that I want, and then it turns out that I'm sick. Like I literally have. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just assume I have a weak. That the top of the muscle, the top of your stomach is very weak. It's probably from eating food, all this food, all these years, and it just doesn't hold. So I know when I'm not eating right, and especially being out here, it is not easy. I mean, it's dang near impossible. But I know when I'm not eating right, when I want. I used to, guys, when I'm saying I'll be polite. I'll say the scientific word, regurgitate every few days. And then it finally dawned on me, look, I need to change some stuff. Um, I do, I don't say a diet, but I'm back struggling because, like I said, I thought I was super inward. I lost the weight. I lost 83 pounds. I can do anything. And then I'm gaining stuff back and not realizing that I have to continue that specific lifestyle that I chosen. Um, I uh, I'm getting back to the point of bringing stuff up, because I drive all day. Here's the catch. This is the catch to this. Driving all day. You don't want. I can't eat and drive because guess what? I'll catch the vapors, and then one of my most biggest fears is falling asleep at the wheel. So I don't eat all day. So, or if I eat in the middle, then I'm tired. I don't get that far or whatever. I try not to. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a hard thing. So I eat at night when I'm ready to go to bed because you got you got to stop. You got to wind down, and you got to get your 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Then you got to get your behind up exactly 10 hours and start rolling again. And these people that behind the computer screen, they're looking at you like you're crazy. It takes me a few days when I'm home to declutter, whatever, and get back in a normal sleeping pattern. It's hard. But when I stop, I'm eating, and then I'm trying to lay down and go to bed. As soon as I go to bed, all that food is coming right back up, right through the throat, through the stomach, and coughing and all that stuff at night. And I know the only time I was happy was when I was on this low carb diet. I do need to do a low carb diet because I am type two. I'm a low type two, but I'm still type two. This has come into play to keep me. I gotta understand. I'm not Superman. I'm not super bro. I'm not super nothing. I need to accept the fact that I'm getting old. You remember when we were younger, we could you could just you could eat anything, and it would like evaporate out of your skin or something. You could drink any hard liquor and any hard liquor, beer. You could have like a whole gallon ice cream and a dozen donuts, and you could do all that. Man, I even look at a donut, I get indigestion nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that to complain. I'm saying that to give myself a self awareness. And I got to start looking for that book. There's a book I bought. It's called Ketotarian, which is it's a low carb slash vegetarian diet. And I think I'm really kind of leaning towards that right now to see if that's going to help me. Because everybody was on online, yesterday, letting Miss T know about certain things. Well, I got one for you. Do you know, like vitamin C? I always get this tooth infection, and I really need a couple of grand worth of teeth pulled and redone. That's a whole nother story. But I every once in a while I get like I can feel it. It's coming on, and I was listening to a commercial about this, vitamin C supplement that's so powerful. It's 6,000. It's 6,000 milligrams, or whatever, and it helped me do this, it helped me do that, it helped me do this and that. I remember one time I had a toothache so bad you'd have to put me in the hospital. I mean, I said, you know what? I'm gonna get me some of this vitamin C, and I'm gonna take. I took 3,000 milligrams in the morning, and then 3,000 milligrams at night. And they said whatever your body doesn't use of that vitamin C comes out in your urine. That's okay. I'm gonna try that. And I had that toothache for at least 2 days. And guess what? After the second day, it went away. And every time stuff comes back, because so y'all don't think I'm crazy. I upped my dental insurance because I'm gonna start get taking care of these teeth this year. But I upped my dental so I can, because I got to go through the whole process. I got to just to the regular dentist and have this one checked and this one. But back to the original story. These vitamins and minerals do what this vitamin C. You don't have to go crazy with it, but if you start putting it, it'll start reinvigorating you. Um, and whatever your body doesn't take in, I don't know about any other vitamin, but I know vitamin C, it'll push it right back out. Like you can't do a whole lot of iron and make yourself sick. Um, that's why I gotta start looking at more of a healthy eating. More, I like salads, but I like you know how we all do. You see that big person. That's who I was. You had the big behind salad with a hunk of meat on it and 2 gallons of ranch dressing with raisins and all this stuff. It's like 9 pounds, and that's not actually what a salad's supposed to be. Not You don't see, there's people that are living healthy. Yeah, they do they'll put a cup of vinaigrette on. Not no A salad dressing tablespoon of it on there and spin it around. Yeah, keep it. Yeah, you, you know, um, like a cup of whatever. Another thing that I found out, because I remember I used to go to the holistic. Let's see here. I'm sitting there flapping my gums. I think it's about time I can drive. Oh yeah, we can go now. I remember years ago I got in my behind, literally almost cussed out. I went into this holistic place and I told me, look, I got stomach problems. I'm sick of this and blah 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 blah. And man, that lady laid into me, and she kept on hitting my stomach. And I'm like, B word, if you hit my stomach one more time, I'm gonna hurt you. But I sat there and listened. What she was saying was, when you have acid reflux and stuff like that, what she was saying was that your body is let's see here. Okay. What she was saying was that your body is, it's not that you're giving off too much acid, so much acid, but you're not giving off enough acid. So you have to take. You ever notice that when um when you have a sour stomach, if you drink some pickle juice, that like a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll get some dill pickles or something like that. But they, these holistic places have like certain type of pills. I have to really research it again because I'm gonna have to start getting that stuff. But it's like it's stuff to reinvigorate your stomach, your stomach acids, and your intestinal tract. The right and like I said, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just telling you what has happened to me. Um, your intestinal tract, like I really want to get. I don't like people sticking stuff up my butthole, but I really want to get like that flushed out because they say when you get it, when you get that washed out, it gets all of that mess that's been on for 54 freaking years on your intestinal walls, and your body can absorb you know the nutrients a little bit, like a whole lot better. You know, I don't know why I'm even talking about this health thing, but it comes out to because being 55 and I'm gonna be 56 in a few months. I gotta start looking at this stuff and really getting more serious about it. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I'll be complaining and huffing and puffing, but I like walking with my wife. But I can't be out here walking with her out of breath. You know, and my life's finally going right. I don't want to be falling out on these paths or these walkways because when I get home today, I'm gonna do me some at least one or two lawn cutting videos. I promise you, because that's where my subscription, my friend count goes up when I do these lawn videos. Um, I start noticing that, but it's all good. It's all good. But again, they say a lot of times when your body chemistry isn't right, you get like another thing I'm gonna start doing while I'm out here. I'm kind of embarrassed to do it right now because I probably only do one push up, but I'm gonna start doing some push ups and making my body start, um, re, uh, you know, getting that testosterone again. Because at a certain age, that production slows the heck down almost to nil. Then we wonder why we whimpering and all this other stuff. That's why, you know. I don't know why I'm on this health kick this early in the morning, but because I know I do have low testosterone, because the doc they ran the test on me, and of course the what you call it's the insurance company don't want to pay for that, but that whatever plus program is the app that gives you a lower account. So next time I go to the doctor, I'm gonna have a look. Run that. You need to run this blood test again. And if I got low testosterone, give me that because I need to start doing something to reinvigorate me, something to get me back. I'm not trying to be a teenager, but I'm back. I need to get back into a comfortable living. And like the blessing now, I remember when I first started doing this podcast, like podcast or live, I said, I'm gonna, if I see anybody new coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I said, I'm gonna slow down on my coffee drink. And the funny thing, this is how God works. Oh, you gonna slow down on a coffee drink? I'm gonna break that coffee machine. I'm not gonna, I gotta hit this button. It was only a 1995 coffee machine, but I got to hit it a few times to get a whole cup. And then when I'm drinking it, I'm really only, it's taking me forever to drink that one cup. I remember before that, I was brewing 2 cups. I let them sit here and I'm driving and in both those cups, I'm sipping on both them cups. And it's funny, I go as a older adult, I go to the bathroom a lot. Coffee is a dielectric. What does that mean? It makes you go to the bathroom. It makes you go to the bathroom. Stop just making it worse. So these are the things that we go through that no one wants to say something about. Like like last night when they were talking about the live, women, the women going through menopause, but we go through stuff too. You know, we go through stuff, and we're really, I'm at the point I ain't embarrassed no more. I just deal with it the best I can. That's all I can do. You know, um, but I'm gonna deal with it because you know what? I'm hard headed. When enough's enough, when it starts to get on my last nerve, then I see, you know what? I got to deal with this. You know what? I got to do this. You know what? I got to do that. Um, that's how I do. I'm good because my wife telling me, I got the load to California. I know I'm going. I know where the place is going, and she thinks that I can't make it by Tuesday. I'm like, babe, don't worry, I can make it as long as I keep it moving. Blah blah. I can make it. We gonna be good. Um, I can make it. And the sad part about where I'm going, that was the place you guys didn't know because I wasn't as popular on YouTube as I am right now. Thank you, all my wonderful friends. um, like you see right now, I have the video pointing forward. I had a guy where I'm gonna be delivering in California. 20 minutes before where I was supposed to deliver, that same place, a person committed suicide right in front of me. They literally they ran out into oncoming traffic, and you could see the blur coming right, like you could see the truck, my truck, the camera from my truck. You could see the blur shoot across my front screen, and it was so quick that when you ever notice when you're passing an 18 wheeler, you can't see nothing to the right of you, and you're in the fast lane. This is the same thing happening. This family in a white SUV. Turns out I found out later from the state trooper that they were coming home from Disneyland, and the guy ran. He ran across the road in front of me from my right side to the left and ran out, and that white SUV ran him over, and then the black car hit them. Um, it's crazy when you dial 911. They got you. They got your number and everything. I get a call later on, like a day or so later, because I dialed 911 and told them what happened, and told them I seen everything. Y'all might want to get somebody out there. And I said I'm a truck driver. I seen a blur pass by me and hit them. I didn't want to stop, because I'm in the middle of the highway with 18 wheeler, and I'm not supposed to technically. Um, and I kept going, but I dialed 911 and said what I had to say. And what they did was, uh, the state trooper that's investigating, because I was one of their only witnesses, and I told them what I seen. And And that's when he told me it was a family coming back from Disneyland. Later on, I guess the mother of this person tried to sue them, murder their child. You trying to make money off of this man. And they had me in a deposition in the recording and said, no, that person, they didn't hit that person. That person intentionally ran out into traffic. That person committed. This was a this was an intentional act. I guess they didn't want to get decimated by me because I don't know, that would have that might have made me quit trucking for good. I don't know. Um, that's why, like, a lot of times when the state trooper told me, he said, "Look, when you're coming into Los Angeles, don't be in the slow lane, which is the far right lane. If y'all didn't know, he said, don't be in the slow lane. He said, this happens all the time. Homeless people try to cut across the highway." And I was like, what? He said, yeah, it happens all the time. He said, so don't be in that lane. Try to be in the middle lane, when you're coming into Los Angeles. And I was like, that's crazy. And right now, it depends on when I'm coming in. I look out for that now and I slow down. I'm doing like 50, 45 with my flashes on, looking at the side of the road. It's some scary stuff as as a truck driver. That's very scary. Another part of the conversation last night that the gentleman was saying, he was saying, as homesteaders and preppers, you guys look at the weather all the time. Well, guess who else does it? We truckers. We look at the weather. Um, I would say my best friend, but he I don't know if you can have more than one best friend, but I believe I got another one. He looks at when I tell him where I'm going, he's already checked the weather before I even say anything. This guy has done 3 million miles. You just don't realize the respect I have for him because he's so good at his memory. It just kills me because I can't. When you see, I go when I'm on here and I go, I literally forgot what I was about to say, and I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. But I'll ask him, hey, highway, I'm on highway, you know, 81 South in Virginia, exit 95. He could tell me for damn near the next 100 miles what truck stops are where and what's the best place to eat. Well, you make a right off the highway, you go to the light, make a left. There's an empty parking lot right there. You can swing around right there and just park off to the right, and you cross street and get Sammy Mae's country fried chicken. And I'm like, yo, I'm like amazed, like, yo, bro. And they're like, man, I just been doing it. You just been doing it. I'm like, oh, you go here, you go there. I'm like, oh man, it's just funny. Um, excuse me for 1 minute. It's crazy when I'm online talking to y'all. I always got to spit. No, sorry about that. But these are the things as when you're out here on the road. Uh, like right now, for me to make it home in a decent time, I gotta act like I know how to drive for a while for the next 8 hours. Because I got to get to the mountains. But what I'm happy right now is I got through uh, all the stuff north of here. North of here, the storms are coming in and all that crazy stuff is going on. Uh, and then they're like, well, hey, winter weather mix and ice and snow. Y'all talk about cars, or you talk about your lawn, or you talk about your plants. That's some dangerous stuff when you driving this big mama jammer. You know what I'm saying? So I get nervous. I'm That's why I'm like, look, I'd rather deal with the hot weather. I'd rather deal with the sun, you know. But it is it's a part of doing this. Is a part of being a part of this. I'm gonna start taking some stuff out of here because we're coming up in about less than say about 3 weeks. Yeah, it's gonna be about 3 weeks. Um, I'm going on another cruise. Yeah, it's so funny. You know, all of us low on money, but we got a $600 onboard cruise credit. Well, what do you mean by that? No, it's actually $700 onboard cruise credit. What do you mean by that? That's $700 of free cash that we have to spend on the cruise. Well, guess what? I know it's gonna get spent, and we're gonna have some fun. I'm definitely gonna get on Bolt again. I don't know if I'm ready to do the. I'll probably do the front this time. I don't know. Well, I'll see. Bolt. Well, what is Bolt? Bolt is a roller coaster on Carnival Mardi Gras cruise ship. It actually goes around the funnel. The funnel's where the smokestack on the boat. Um, yeah, I went on the first one. I didn't have the nuts to get in the front, so I'm probably gonna do the next one and and try it out. But I'm going to be a little bit more stress free on this boat. I think I'm gonna spend a little bit more time in the adult free section because yeah, I'll talk to y'all about it. I don't openly say it when I'm cruising. I'll be beefing and like, you know, I'm sick of all these kids. Like right now, when we going there, actually it's gonna be dang it, it's gonna be what is spring break. So you know there's gonna be a bunch of kids on there. So I think I'm gonna spend a good bit of time in the child free section. And then I'm gonna speak up. Like, look, if I see a kid with look, no, this is adult free. Y'all need to tell them. I'm not gonna say nothing to them. Y'all need to tell them. I'm gonna go find somebody. Forget that. And I'm mellow out. I might get the onboard, the Wi-Fi, so I could do some to do my lives during the week on the boat. You might see me with a mai tai or something. Who knows? But I'm gonna also when I stop, I'm gonna start getting walking. Even if I gotta walk around the truck about 20, 30 times, I gotta start walking and getting my body back into exercising and doing the healthy, getting that healthy kick back in me. I'm watching what's his name? He he be playing the guitar and I watch him all the time. I'm like, man, I got to get back into it. That See these positive things that you guys are doing, it's rubbing off. So just keep going. Get one, catch one, add it to your mix. That's the best way I can say it. Um, let's see here. I sat here and wrote down some subjects, and oh, okay, I got it. I got one for you. Well, here's one, and I see it a lot of times, but I haven't seen it on YouTube. But you do see it on Facebook, where you got someone that's hurting and they're they're wanting attention. Even even negative attention is better than no attention. You know what I'm saying? And have you ever put so much of your business out there that you've got nothing personal left? I know I have, and that was in the beginning of Facebook. It just didn't dawn on me till years later that I was throwing everything out there. I was in a miserable marriage. I was, I was having a hard time with my job. I was picking the wrong jobs, and I was lonely. I was hurting, and you see those comments of, "Go ahead, bro. We're praying for you. God loves you, and I love you too. You can do it. Keep going. You can go." And I was just soaking it up. I was soaking it up to the point of I became addicted to the negative part of that attention. So I just was telling you, by the time you finish reading my stuff on Facebook, you're like, damn, this guy this guy's life is horrible. You'd be like, you might as well just go ahead and kill yourself. It was like that. But I was soaking it up, and it didn't dawn on me that all I needed was some positive affirmation, and not from nobody else, but just from me. Some positive reinforcement, not from nobody else, but just from me. The thing about that is, what, this social media can be so addicting that it could be corrupting. It can corrupt you to the point where you don't even know who you really are. And that's where I was. And I got so encircled in that I deleted my Facebook account, and then 6 months later came back, started up and started doing it again, then deleted it. And right now I'm very weary of Facebook, and the only reason I'm on there is now I'm feeding another addiction. I look at used stuff in marketplace. What can I get? I could use that. And just feeding that need for something. I know it sounds weird, but when you see the problem, then you finally recognize the problem. You can deal with the problem. So now I'm like, okay, I just look. Yeah, I don't need that. I got myself talking back to myself. You know, and I'm doing this, and to add to it, let me tell you something. I went through I went through unholy hell yesterday. And what do you say about that? Well, I do have an I do have an addiction. It's buying lawnmowers or small engine equipment or stuff like that. But I had to come to the reality that, bro, you need to slow your roll, step back, and relax, because you know the last I don't know if it's the last auction, but it's the last one for this year, and they who knows, they probably ain't doing it no more. I don't know, but the weeks it's called Weeks Farm Machinery Auction. They do a turf auction every couple of months, and I got on there and I'm looking. I could get that. I get another reel more. Okay, guys, I got a reel more. I got two now, and I don't even need those. Let's be honest. I'm growing the grass to use it, but to actually have a good golf course lawn, you got to cut that thing about 4 or 5 times a week. So that's real dedication. My lawn's getting cut once a month, but I got it. I keep it. It's a prized possession to me. But I seen another one. It's a Jacobson. I could get that. And it's got a little trailer. I could put it on the back of my cart, my lawnmower, my driving lawnmower, and drive around with the cart and the trailer and make videos of me driving around. And I could do that. Eh, It's only $650. I could bid on that. And then, reality's kicking in. First of all, fool, you don't have $650. You're gonna put it on the credit card. Second of all, you got to pay the auction fees and the internet fees, and that's gonna add another 100 to 150 more dollars to it. So that's 6, 7, almost $800. Then you got to go 200 miles to South Georgia. I'm in North Georgia to get it, and then come back. So that's might be 60 to another 80. Do you see what I'm saying? And you're already nervous about driving to that area, and I just had to calm and talk myself down off of this cliff of this my hobby. See, you know what, Darren? You gotta open up a savings account, put $10 here, $10 there, so you have enough. So if you do have something you like, or you do have something you want to fix up, paint, repaint it, and sell it, or stand firm on your price or whatever, then you do it. I said, okay, I'm gonna have that. But I was you. You thought I was going through withdrawal. My hands are shaking. I'm like, I could bet. Like they had grass catchers, that you put on the lawnmower to catch the grass. They had 7 John Deere grass catchers, different models. I only needed one. I could see the one I needed, but I wasn't sure because I'd have to get it to see if it fit on mine. So I'm taking a chance, and it was like 150, $200. So, the bid was, they go crazy when these guys start bidding on this stuff. I could have probably sold the stuff on eBay or whatever, but I had to look. When you don't got money and you got all these credit cards that are high interest, you kind of you're kind of choking yourself off. And I'm finally realizing that I get the views for doing this stuff, but I have to slow my roll. I don't want to make the stuff that I'm doing on here taxing. I don't want to stop the point of having fun of doing what I'm doing. And I'm just telling you that because I don't know if you guys have ran into that. Well, I got to buy this piece of equipment from my YouTube or whatever. I don't have over 1,000 subscribers. I'm not getting paid yet, so I gotta step back. I finally am doing something I love to do. I gotta step back and take a look at it. I gotta step back and say, hey, am I on YouTube for other reasons other than having fun? Am I on Instagram or Facebook for other reasons other than having fun? Am I looking for that negative attention again? So I'm well aware and I'm looking to say, okay, because a lot of times I don't post much on YouTube. You'll see on Instagram or TikTok, I'll just repost something that somebody said. A lot of times, do you see my repost? It's something I've been through. I'm not going through it right now. When they talk about women or what a woman does to a guy that's not right, I'm not going through that right now. I'm actually good. I'm rushing to get home. I want to hug my wife, whatever. I'm good. But a lot of people they see that negative video and you're wondering, well, why are you doing that? Okay, I'm just reposting that because it reminds me of the situation that I've been through. Good morning, welcome in, welcome in. It reminds me of the places that I've been through in the dark times that I've been through that I made it through. That's another thing. If you've been through something and you made it through, I'm not an expert in anything, guys. I promise you that. I'm not an expert. But I've let you know that I've been through something. And if I made it through the valley, and you know, we always the Bible says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death." Bro, I'm telling you right now, I ain't walk. It was a lot of it was crawling. It was a lot of the Holy Spirit dragging me. Get up, you can do this, and I'm kicking and fighting. No, I can't. I can't do this. But I still made it through. You got people on here that I yo, I'd be like, shoot me, because if I gotta take a needle every day, I'm scared of needles. So if I got to, let me not even say that, because then God said, "Oh, you scared of needles?" I'm gonna put that on you. I'm not gonna even call that into existence. But you don't know what whoever's doing behind that video screen of what they are living and what they are trying to accomplish. But just know that your positive reinforcement, even like someone said, because I don't type nothing because most of the time I'm driving. So I can't do nothing, but I can hit that little smiley face. I don't type nothing, but they said, there you go with that smile. I'm letting you know in a positive affirmation that, hey, I done been there. Yo, you're right. That's pretty cool. Yo, you're right. Yo, I'll be watching like Miss Patty be making them breakfast. Like, dang, man, I want breakfast. I bought. I want. You remember when you was younger and you couldn't keep saying, but you was, I want that breakfast. You don't think it'll cost somebody, but I want that breakfast. Like I would. There was a petrol. It's a big truck stop. I said, well, I don't like to eat while I go. I said, but let me go in here and at least just give me you give me an order scrambled eggs. They make it, I think it's dehydrated, but I don't care, and some bacon. I went in there. That part of the section is being rebuilt. I'm like, some of them, you know what? They're gonna, uh, and I'm mum like, I want a breakfast. But this is the thing. These are the things that we go through. Every day is some type of battle. But I'm like, you know what, Lord? I guess you want me to lose weight. I'm not. I'm. I'm going home. Cause today is I'm going home. I got the urge. I got the need, and not the need for speed, but I got the urge to go home. Cause I know for a fact I'm eating good tonight. Why you say that? People be saying, you see on these TikToks and all these videos about the woman submitting to a man or whatever, and we can say all kinds of stuff. I'll tell you this, and I'll be honest. My wife submits to me, but I'll give you the but. I know for a fact I ain't running nothing. I know who runs my house and why. Because to be honest with you, she does it better. She takes care of the bills, handles the bills. She'll say, "Well, like right now, uh, we're going to New York. We really, we're leaving Friday night. We're coming back Sunday for my buddy's wedding. But she wants to, catch something in New York. She don't really. Oh, she don't understand. We're gonna go through my hometown. I'm gonna give me some Chinese food. That's why I'm on my diet right now. I'm getting me some Chinese food. I'm gonna get some real New York Italian pizza. I'm gonna get me some sage sausage, link sage sausage. Y'all ain't never heard of that. If you ain't from New York or Long Island, link sage breakfast sausage, the big, thick behind sausage, and I'm gonna just, ugh. and then I'm gonna pack that up with some tinfoil, and that's coming back on the airline with me. I'm gonna freeze that, and that's gonna be for I'm eating that for special breakfast occasions. But we're gonna go to. I said, well, what about if we go to Coney Island? That's a New York thing. We're gonna go to Coney Island, have a real Nathan's hot dog and Nathan's fries, and walk the walk, boardwalk, and then we're gonna jump on the plane, get the heck out of Dodge. But she's like, well, when do you want to go? I said, babe, let's. I give the suggestion, but I know she's gonna handle it because I'm not good at that. A real leader will hand off to they know who can really run it and take care of it. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at the bills. I'm not, I'm just good at working and giving half my paycheck or whatever, and whatever she asks for or say I want. I'm that's what I'm good at. But I know, and it's not. I don't like. But she will run something by me. Hey, what do you think we should do? Well, I think we should do that. And then if I have an assertion or something to say about it, no, I don't think we should do that because of this. I give the reason, and I'm respected. I respect her, and we respect each other. But I know one thing: when I come home, she be making the food, and I be like, because when I'm in trucker mode, I eat at a certain time, and I'm not really not hungry. But I know if she make that meal, I better eat it. And I done got to the point of I be like, babe, what you want to eat? Nothing. I'm good. Then I get like this 5 course meal, and she'll bring it up to the. I'll be sitting in the bedroom. I'll be looking at YouTube or doing whatever, and and she'll give me that look like you better eat it, and I'm like, yes, ma'am. The queen has spoken. You know what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am. And this ain't no slop. This woman be throwing down, and she be like, babe, but I'm low carb. Yeah, you're low carb tomorrow. Yes, ma'am. And you when you get like that, you spoil. And I have to check myself every once in a while. I'm like, yo, okay, hold up. I gotta watch. Oh, yes, ma'am. And she be wondering every once in a while, babe, I appreciate you. Hey, I did this. Thank you. You know, you don't realize people want to hear that they appreciate it. People want to hear that they are loved or whatever. Love you, appreciate you. And it used to get on my nerves. Every time I come home, I got to give her a hug, and then she stopped doing it. And I complained one time, and she stopped doing it. And I'm like, wait a minute, how come we not hugging? Well, you say you don't like it. I said, and when did you start listening to me? When did you start listening to me? So I make sure I get the hug. Like, but she knows my addiction. Soon as I come home, I inspect my lawn, what I need to do while I'm here. Like I'm gonna get that's why I'm hauling behind down the road right now. I got ideas in my head, but like wait a minute, I gotta pay some bills. So I can't do too much, but these are the things that happen in my daily routine and how I much appreciate the person I'm with. Um, that's why, like I said, if I don't eat breakfast and lunch, I know I'm gonna have a good behind dinner. And I'm like, but she's like, well, what you want to eat? Like, whatever you think, dear. What you in the mood for? Well, I'm in the mood for this, and I'm this gonna be the side, and I'm gonna give you some of this with it too. Cause she that person sit down and watch Food Network and be reading the book all day, every day. Guy Fieri, all day, every day. I'm like, oh, okay. And these fancy words, these fancy, cooking words. Oh yeah, that I know what that means. She be forgetting. You know, she be forgetting. I know what that means. Yes, and I'm like, yes, dear. And, we need to, not we, but I've learned my position. I've learned my place in life, and I'm always out in the forefront to stay humble and keep my eye my eyes moving forward. I don't know if you ever heard me say it, but you got to keep moving forward regardless. Like you see you see a picture of this road going, you got to keep moving forward, keep heading for it. Got to keep your eyes on the road. Like, I don't know if you can see them flashing lights. The flashing lights are telling me there's a curve coming up. You know, so I don't keep going straight. It's telling me that life has a curve in front of me. The road has a curve, and you get to that point where you normally know, hey, stay in your lane. A lot of times in life, we get out of our lane, we get out of our comfort zone, and we ain't ready to get out of our comfort zone. We ain't ready to get off the exit. We're not ready to do what needs to be done. But until you're ready, best thing to do is stay in your lane. Well, guys, it seems like I've been flapping off to the gums to the point where we've come to that point in the my life where I'm gonna say what I normally say, and also I apologize if I didn't say welcome in, welcome in. Um, I see some people that showed up, but I have my phone on the mount. That's why you're seeing the truck moving forward. I can't see people in the video, but I just wanted to let you know you're well, greatly appreciated. Thank you for stopping by. Know that you're well loved, and if no one else loves you, God loves you, and I love you too. And I just want to say thank you for stopping by, and know that you know the blessings of the Lord comes in many ways. We just got to put our glasses on and see it. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have a nice day. Be blessed, and I'll see y'all in the lives later on today. Peace out.